Hello, good morning, how are we all? I'm just going to invite a few people because today I want to talk about the importance of detaching, what makes my arm ache? The importance of detaching from your old identity and your current reality, and the significance of that. So I'm going to talk, I'm just inviting people, so bear with me, I'm just inviting people. And I hope I've got enough battery to do this. Hopefully I shall. Right, I think I shall stop inviting people for a second and just come say hello. So hello, and welcome, and thank you for joining. So today I want to talk about the importance of detaching from your old identity and your current reality. How many times have you tried to manifest, but it just doesn't happen? Or you get a bit of it, or it takes ages to arrive? How many times has that happened to you? And sometimes, in fact, it doesn't even appear at all, does it? I mean, I've been in that situation before now. And it seems like you're constantly swimming upstream. You think your positive thoughts, you write down your affirmations, you read all the books, you watch the videos, but nothing happens. It's like every attempt that you make has no effect. And you do feel better for trying, but eventually you just give up. The reason this happens is because you don't detach from your old identity or your current reality, which is like your life now. In order for you to manifest anything, you have to become the person you want to be, which means you have to ditch the old you. You have to say, see ya, be gone with you. Let me explain. We have 3 levels of consciousness. We have the conscious, we have the unconscious, and we have the superconscious. And the superconscious is the all-being. It's like your spiritual self, your higher self. Well, it's been around since you was born. The unconscious is the part of us that automates everything. It has no logical filter whatsoever. There's no logical filter to it, okay? And it just takes the information at face value and then it adds an association to it to give it meaning. It's also the part of us that's connected to the body, okay? And it alerts us to things that we need to pay attention to through our emotions. It's the place where your values and your beliefs are stored. And the beliefs we hold about ourselves are connected to our emotions and our perception of the world. And these show up in our behaviours. And these behaviours determine who we are. In fact, it is our identity. And this identity creates the reality, the life we live in today. The most common beliefs we store away are the things like we're not worthy, we're not good enough, we're not clever enough. And these beliefs play out in our life on repeat. And for some absurd reason, we just accept it to all be true. Because it's an identity that's been created by the unconscious mind. And it's who we are. It's connected. It's connected to our behaviours. It's connected to our emotions. And it's connected to our body. Now, when we're born, we have everything given to us. It's just given to us. Because we are pure consciousness. And as we gain independence, all of a sudden, we have to find ways to get what we need. When we're told no, we feel rejected. Our unconscious mind will then associate that feeling with not having enough or lack of. And the more times we're told no, the more it associates with the same, and it creates a belief around that. And that belief is we are not worthy to have. When we want to manifest something new, change our lives, our logical brain, our logical brain, to that part of us, it's actually quite straightforward. We tell ourselves that we need to lose weight, or we shouldn't smoke, or we're not in a good relationship, we need to move on. And we know logically it makes sense for us to do these things, but sometimes, and a lot of the time, we just don't do anything about it. Let me give you an example. When I was a smoker, I used to smoke cigarettes, quite a lot of them, about 5 years ago. And I knew that every time I smoked a cigarette, right, I was playing Russian roulette with cancer. I knew that. My logical brain, my consciousness was telling me that. And I knew that every time I smoked a cigarette, it was bringing more and more stress to my body and causing me serious harm. My conscious mind knew this. Yet I was always telling myself that I needed to smoke when I was in a stressful situation, for instance. It made me feel better. It made me feel calmer. And to the unconscious mind, that habit had become part of my identity. So every time I tried to stop smoking, it thought I was going to die. When in actual fact, the opposite was true. The unconscious mind has no logical function. And this applies to anything in your life. Our unconscious mind is wired to survival, okay? The unconscious mind's job is to keep us safe, keep us alive, and keep us functioning. It's built on repetition and habits, and then it automates the process. When you want to bring change, the unconscious mind thinks that you are trying to kill it off. So it does everything in its power to stop you, to protect you, because that's its job. It protects you, but it has no logic. It has no logic. And it will literally talk you out of changing because it wants to protect the identity and protect its current reality. So you get this internal battle going on. So the person you're wanting to be or the changes that you're wanting to bring will be seen as a threat. So unless you detach from the old identity of who you are, you will never ever step into who you want to become. You will stay stuck because your unconscious mind, as part of its survival function, will always pull you back. It will pull you back with the narrative that you are not good enough. It will pull you back with the narrative that you are not smart enough. It will pull you back with anything to tell you you're not worthy to have that life you want. Because it's trying to protect you. And then what happens is eventually you give in and you go back. Because you're attached to that identity. And what you're doing is you're validating an untruth, an old belief system. You've then compounded that your identity is made up of those limitations, and it becomes a pattern of life. So you have to detach yourself from your old identity and your current reality if you want to move forward and become something else, if you want your life to change in any shape or form. You have to retrain your mind and your body. That by detaching from your identity, it isn't going to die. It isn't going to die. And it's only then that you can start creating a life that you truly want to live, because you release yourself from the limitations that you've created, which then allows you to move forward to where you want to be. So for any change, for any human change processes, you have to detach yourself from that identity. Because if you don't, it's like a rubber band. You try to pull yourself towards where you want to be. This is where you want to go in your life. But your old identity and your unconscious mind is going, no, why are you trying to kill me? Why are you trying to kill me? You must come back, you must come back. And it pulls and it pulls and it pulls until you snap and you're there again. And then you think, oh, What was that all about? What was that all about? But what it's about is understanding that your unconscious mind is running the show, and you need to detach from that, to detach from the identity, so that you can retrain your body and your mind to go to the place you need to be. I hope you've enjoyed that, and hopefully it's enlightened some of you. It's a fascinating subject, guys. It's just so wonderful to be working in this area and working on this stuff. I can't express how much gratitude I have to be in this space right now, and to be able to do what I'm doing. And yeah, take care. Have a fantastic day. Bye.